Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new reading vlog. I am not going to start it until tomorrow, but I just wanted to make the intro because most of the time I forget to make the intro and then I just have to make the intro and the outro on the same day. But for this week's vlog, I thought we could do a little swapping my screen time with reading. And I'm not gonna do like the full screen time because at one time I tried to do that and I was so stressed to trying to just complete like 8 hours of reading and I just wasn't having any fun with it. So I'm just gonna swap my screen time based on the apps that I use most and that are social media, mostly TikTok and Instagram because I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I am being on my YouTube grind and I just don't think it's the same as scrolling. So I'm just gonna count TikTok and Instagram and I'm gonna like add up whatever minutes I spend on each app, and those are the times that I'm gonna be reading. I don't know if you got that, but you will see later. And I've just been lately like I can't sit still for an hour and just read. Last night I had like an hour or something left of the book that I was reading, and I just couldn't do it. I ended up finishing today, even though I had like pages that I could have completed yesterday, but I just can't get myself to just sit and read for a lot of hours. And sometimes on my free days, I just feel like I'm on this stress level of maybe I'll get called into work or I need to do something else that I just can't focus on reading. And I want to get back on my grind because I've been finishing books in like 6 or 7 days. And I'm not saying there's anything bad to that. Like, it's okay if you take that time, but I do have a lot of free time to be reading and I want to be reading, but I just can't force myself to read for more than like 30 minutes. And I used to finish books in like 3 days. That was my average last year and the year before. And now this year I've only finished 11 books, which again is okay. It's great. But I just feel like I used to do so much better and now I'm just like kind of stuck with not reading as much as I want to be reading. So I just thought I should do the intro, but we're gonna be starting tomorrow, and I guess I will see you tomorrow to see how much I have to read and whatever book I'm reading. Hi, it is now Monday, and we're gonna start this challenge, and I'm gonna be telling you right about now when I find it. Okay, so last week, I spent 55 minutes on TikTok and 35 minutes on Instagram, which is about 90 minutes in total, which means I have to read for an hour and 30 minutes. Now, I have already started reading a little bit in the morning, but like not a lot of time. So I'm going to be starting it right in a little bit. And I am currently reading The Blood We Crave Part 2. This is the second, no, this is the fourth book in the Hello Boy series, the second book in the Tasher and Lyra duet. And it feels so crazy that I am now on the fourth book. I have been stretching them out because I really enjoyed the series. I think this is my favorite dark romance series, and I just can't believe that I will have only one book left after this one. So I'm just kind of want to stretch it out. So I won't be reading the last one. I think at least for like a month or something, or who knows? Because maybe I just get the itch of reading it. So yeah. I am now gonna start the timer, but that is the book that I'm gonna be reading. I am now 20% into that book. So it says I have like 3 hours or something left of the book, so maybe we can get it done tomorrow. Who knows? That may be ambitious. I am not working today or tomorrow, but tomorrow I have kind of a busy day, so I don't know how much reading I'll get to. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know, and let's put this timer with an hour and 30 minutes. I don't think you can see that, but let's get to reading. We are in the same spot, but many hours later. It is now 2 o'clock, and I have just finished my hour and 30 minutes of reading. There was a little bit of time where I was just with my boyfriend laying in bed and just playing games on the iPad and some stuff. So I pause the timer for a little bit of time, but it is still really early, and I don't want to say I might finish this book, but who knows? Because I am now 45% of the way through this book. And as I said, it is 2 o'clock, and I have literally the rest of the day to read. So we will see. I want to watch some YouTube, maybe some Criminal Minds. So I don't know how much reading I'll get into, but I want to read as much as I can and as much as I want to, because I am really enjoying this book, and it's very fast paced. And it is also a shorter one, it is less than 300 pages. So like it goes by so fast. But I don't want to tell you too much about this book because it's the second part in a duet, and there is a plot line that we find out in book one, and it follows through every single book. I think it's getting resolved in the last one, I hope, because honestly I just want to know like everything that has to do with this thing, which is like horrifying, sad, disgusting, and all of that. But I am really enjoying them, and I am really enjoying the aspect of seeing Tasher being more human. Like when I started book one in this duet, I was like, I think we're gonna see a different side of Tasher that we didn't see in any of the other books, of course, because we are getting his POV here, and he presents himself as a type of person to his friends and everyone else. And it's just so refreshing. Like, yes, he is a psycho, he's still a serial killer, like he is a bad guy by any means, like he's still a bad guy, but he has more to him. And it is a crazy sentence to be saying that he's still like kind of a good person even though he kills people. But it's like kind of like Lana Myers and like Bush and Blackbird. Like they kill people, but they don't kill like good people, they kill bad people. So like I kind of get it. But yeah, I've been enjoying this book so much. I don't want to finish the series because I don't know what other dark romance I could get into that could be similar to this one. But I will probably continue reading, and who knows, I'll let you know if I finish this book. But it is seeming like something that could happen.
Hours later.
This book is insane. This is that this need can I speak? This didn't need to be a duet in my head. Like it could have been a longer book, but oh my god, the I just love them so much. I love these characters. I love like the girls' friendship, the boys' friendship, everyone's friendship, like the relationship, just every single thing. The family in this is insane. Like, and Silas, it's just I love this. Like literally favorite dark romance series so far. I can't wait to know more, and I want to finish the series. I think I'm gonna take a little break and just don't read the second generation yet because I don't think I can handle it right now. But I just came here to chat about this book because I am loving it, like truly loving it. So I'm gonna finish it because I literally have like 40 minutes, I think, left of this book. So I'm gonna shut up and just get to reading. It is now Tuesday and it is 5 o'clock, and I am all ready to be cozy. We had a busy day today, and I have a little bit of a headache, but I have an energy drink to try and like make myself feel better. I wanted to give you some updates because one, I finished The Plot with Crave Part 2 yesterday, and I haven't read a book that fast in so long, in so long, but I binged it and I had the most amazing time. I gave it a, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to refresh my phone so it doesn't like die while I'm trying to maybe read you some quotes of this book. But oh my god, I think I gave it a 4.5. It was so good. Like I don't want to finish the series because it's so good. It's so good. I haven't rated any book 5 stars, but like it has me like kind of there. It's just I don't know what will make me give a book, a dark romance book, a 5 star. Like I don't know my like I don't know how to say it, but like I don't know what would require a book from that genre that will make me like give it a 5 star or or even 6-star rating. But I finished it and I loved it, and I love this character so much. I love them so much. And now today I had to read for 48 minutes. I read for 3 minutes already, so I have 45 minutes left to read, which will get it done right about now. But I am now currently reading Dolly All the Time by Annabelle Monaghan. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, but I'm doing my best. I have half a mind today, so. And that book, I don't know much about it. I just know it's a single mom that has to move to this beach town in Rhode Island, and she kinda has to fake date like one of the rich boys in the town. So I don't know much. I don't know much about it, but right now, like I am 5% through this book, and all I've been thinking is that I want to be in a beach town and just eat all the seafood that I don't actually like in real life. But it is just that, like, she wrote it so well that it's just making me want to be in that summer mood. And I, my birthday is in the summer, but I love winter and fall. Like, those are my favorite seasons. And where I live is practically summer all day long, all the year long. And right now we are getting the 90 degrees already. And I am not a fan because it is hot as balls. But I am just, I don't know, this book is making me long for summer. Like being in the beach and just having a grand old time. So yeah, that's my update. I'm gonna shut up so I can read because also my camera is almost dying. I am gonna drink my energy drink, try to feel better with my head, and just have a cozy night in. Hi, it is now Wednesday. Totally forgot what day of the week it is. I still haven't gotten like fully ready for work. I still have to do my hair and just my outfit. But I just wanted to update you because I will probably have included the B-roll clips before this one. I ended up finishing my hours of reading today. I had an hour and 50 minutes, and I woke up at 7:30 because I don't know what it is about in my mind that I work at 5 and I have plenty of time. Like it is now almost 12 o'clock and I have a lot of time, but I feel like I don't. So I just wanted to get those pages done, and I ended up doing those pages, not those hours of reading done, and I ended up like meeting them really fast. And I am now 60% of the way through Dolly All the Time, which is insane in my head because I can't remember the last time that I read a book in such a short time. And who would have thought that, just setting time to read, putting on timers and everything just makes you binge a book. But I feel like I'm getting that spark again, and I don't know if I just have to put more timers on to read. But I finished the plot with Crave in like 24 hours, I would say. And then I started this book yesterday, and I am already 60% of the way through, and I still have more time to read today, so I'll probably get to like 70 or something. And it just feels so good to be reading that much again. But now that I have read quite a bit of it, I can tell you a little bit more. As you can guess, we are following Dolly, and Dolly is a single mom, and she is the eldest daughter in all the ways that you can imagine. She takes care of everything. She feels like she can't ask for anyone for help, and she just has this burdens in her life, which she doesn't feel like they're burdens, but she takes care of everything. She had to be a mother to her sister and to his brother who suffered an accident and has like special needs. And as I said, she's a single mother because like the guy that like she had sex with didn't want a baby, so like that happened, and she takes her care of her dad and just everything, every single thing that you can imagine she takes care of. And she finally, we're seeing her like kind of see that not every single guy is bad, and that you can literally just take the load off yourself if you take a little bit of help. But essentially she moved out of Rhode Island, which is where she grew up, and she lives in Boston. But something happened with her dad and his house. There was a small fire, and she ends up going there for the whole summer instead of like a weekend or 2 weeks. And she ends up helping her dad with everything that he needs. And she ends up meeting Stuart, which I don't really like his name, but he comes from this rich family, which is like that rich family of the town. And he ends up needing her to be his fake girlfriend, and he ends up paying for the things that she needed help because of the fire, and they end up sparking a fake relationship. And basically she's getting paid for it so she can do the repairs that the house needs, and he just gets to better his image so he can be the CEO of his father's company, which is getting is in a rough patch because he's competing with his cousin, and there are a lot of things involving the family. But I am really enjoying it. Like, it is drastically different from It's a Love Story, which I didn't really enjoy, but I'm really enjoying this one. I love like the summer feel of this book. It is basically in June, July, and you can just feel the summer in this book. Like, it is a perfect summer read, and I'm really enjoying like the vibe of the small town, them getting on the boat and just the beach, and just his father her father, sorry, owns like a fish house, and just the vibe of it, it's absolutely perfect. Like, if you want to read this book, you just have to read it in summer. Like, it is perfect. I'm reading it right now, and I mean, where I live, it's practically summer all year long. So it's not like it's ruining the mood for me because it is already in the 90 degrees. So it's not like I have to wait until May or something for the seasons to change. But like, it is perfect summer read, and I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, like, it is pretty atmospheric, and I'm really enjoying like their fake relationship because now they are like kind of liking each other in ways that are not fake. And it's just cute. I don't know, it's just so cute. And I really am glad that she was not a one hit author for me, because as I said, I really enjoy summer romance, which I gave to my mom because I feel like the themes of that book will resonate more with her. But even if I'm not like a single mom or divorced or anything, I really enjoy like that story. But then It's a Love Story I didn't enjoy, and then this one I don't really like fully connect because I am an only child, and half of the things she does are not like who I am, but I can feel for her, and I really enjoyed that part of the story. So yeah, like, I'm really glad that I am enjoying this book, and I want to read her other two books, which I think I'm gonna get them on audio, but I don't really know. But that is my update. That's how the book is going, and I will update you tomorrow if I ended up finishing it. Hi, it is now Thursday. Totally forgot what day of the week it is. That's a thing in my life. And I know I look crazy because I have this big as hell bun and I'm in a robe. But as you can see, I showered and I got my makeup ready for work. I don't work for a couple hours. So I'm good in that regard. But I do have to brush my hair and everything. But that's besides the point. I have some updates to give you because, as you guys saw, because I probably included it in the B-roll, yesterday I had to read for 34 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, and I completed that because it was honestly really easy. It was just 30 minutes of reading, but I ended up finishing Dolly All the Time, which was my current read yesterday, and I ended up giving it 4.5. This book truly did not disappoint, and I was really, really scared because her latest release, like her last year release, I didn't love. I got the arc of it as well, and I gave that, I think, a 3 star because I honestly couldn't connect with it, and it felt so vastly different from Summer Romance, which I loved, and I was scared on this one. I'm not gonna lie, but this one, I swear, it did not disappoint. I mean, I gave it a 4.5. It is my favorite Annabelle Monaghan book. I am truly obsessed. This book is a love story to the eldest daughters, the thought daughters, like, everything about this book was for those people who had to take care of their siblings or whatever, or even their parents, the ones who were caretakers before they even grew up, who had to do everything for everyone and who felt like they had the weight of the world on their shoulders. Like it truly was just two people who were really similar, can I speak, who were really similar in that way, to people who were close up to the world, who felt like they had one their family name in their shoulders and the other like a whole family, and they felt like they didn't deserve fun or couldn't handle fun, and that they needed to be there for everyone, but they didn't let other people be there for themselves, and they didn't ask for help, and they were meant to be selfish. And just every single thing about this book, like the characters felt so raw and real. Like it felt like people you have met in your life or that you have in your life, and it just felt like truly like a pure and honest and raw love story. And it is one of my favorite romances I've read since I started reading. Like honestly, it was so good. And I know it doesn't get released for like a couple of months, which I'm sad. I'm sad because I think that everyone should read these. But at its core, while it is dark, not dark, but like emotional and raw and everything, it is also a fun summer read because the atmosphere that she created, I honestly just wanted to go and eat shrimp and cocktails and just have a fun silly little time in a beach town. So that was also good. But now I am currently reading The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, I think is his name. A total drastic change. But I am 26% into this book. I think I put it, but I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. Today I had to read for 2 hours and 54 minutes, which was crazy. I woke up, I feel like I'm getting annoyed by the looks of my bun. I woke up at 7:15 a.m. and then I started reading. I was barely awake and I started reading, and now I have 59 minutes left on the timer. So I'm just gonna continue reading and hopefully get the pages done. As you guys saw, it is now 12:35, and I finished my reading for the day. I ended up making a mistake, and when I had like 7 minutes left, I ended up hitting like cancel, but I had to put another timer for 7 minutes so I can complete it. But I have now completed my 2 hours and 54 minutes of reading, which is crazy. I have been waking up early whenever I have like a lot of time of reading to be doing, but I am now 39% of the way through this book on page 160, and I'm enjoying it so far. And I think I could finish it for this challenge because I think tomorrow I have like 2 hours of reading also on Sunday, yeah, and Sunday too. So we could get a third book done, which I haven't done like since last year. But I don't know. It's just like I was laughing because there is a boy in this like orphanage, and he is Lucifer. They call him Lucy as a nickname, and they say like he's the Antichrist and everything. But the kid is just so funny. Like he's so funny. He has a dark humor, but I find him so funny. And like the master of the house was asking him like, "Where did you come from?" And he was like, "A vagina and a penis that enters said vagina." And I was like, "Oh, why is that so unserious?" Like true, but like so unserious at the same time. And I'm just enjoying it so far. Like the kids are so cute, and there's like a sparkling of romance that I also think is like really cute. And I don't think I've mentioned what this book is, but if you haven't heard about it, in my mind, or what I've, or can I speak, or what I've heard about it, it's like it's a Miss. I think that the movie is Miss Pellegrin and the Peculiar Children. I'll put it on the screen, just you know, I was obsessed with that movie when it came out. I This book is making me want to rewatch it because I haven't watched it in such a long time and I loved it. But it's basically that vibe. It's just six children, if I'm not mistaken, or five, that are really peculiar. They have like we have a sprite, we have like one that turns into a dog, a wyvern, a gnome, I think the Blob and Lucifer. Yeah, we have six kids, and then the seventh person is like the one that manages the mall, who takes care of them and like teaches them things, and they are in this orphanage. And there's also like another sprite that takes care of the island, and our main character, Linus Baker, he is a caseworker, and he goes to like this orphanages, whatever. He goes to them whenever it is required of him, because there have been some like complaints or whatever, and he goes to check everything is okay, and if everything is okay, then he just writes a report, and they just continue living their lives. But if there were signs of abuse, or they're not treating the kids well or anything, that orphanage is getting closed. And supposedly, like, they go to this school that where he works manages, but I think there are some things that he doesn't know. Like, he's a little bit gullible in what he thinks this government agency that he works for does for these kids. And he is very interested in just the welfare of the children that he sees, because of course they are all alone. They only have that person or those caretakers that they're in the orphanage. But I think there may be a lot more to the story that he doesn't know, or that he has been ignoring for quite a bit of time, just so he can like excuse kind of what he does. But yeah. Okay, so it is now 7:06, and I just got into work. I don't work until 8, but I always get here early just for parking stuff and everything. But I forgot my Kindle, and I think I'm just gonna set can't speak. I think I'm just gonna start the timer and read on my phone. I have to read for 2 hours and 36 minutes, so I could read the 36 minutes here and then just the 2 hours at home. So that was a car crossing. I always get so embarrassed whenever I'm filming, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna continue reading for a little bit and just, you know, I miss my Kindle. Where the hell did I leave it at home? Hi, it is now way later than I was supposed to be getting home, because one of my coworkers didn't end up showing up, so I had to stay until 5 because it was like very chaotic, and I am so damn tired. Everything hurts. My back hurts, my head hurts, my feet hurt. But I had to do what I had to do. It is now, let me check, almost 6 o'clock, and I ended up making a blooper because I ended up reading for like 30 minutes before work, and then I don't know how I accidentally like put the timer on, and like a lot of time went by. But I have like 2 hours and 6 minutes of reading, so I'm gonna get on that a little bit later because I need to shower and wash my hair. And honestly, I'm just so damn tired. But I have my handy dandy, which is real. I've been trying to stretch them out, but I had a rough day, so I deserve a fucking which is brew. Can I speak? So I think I'm just gonna start the timer in a little bit, at least read for a little while, and then I'll shower, because honestly I'm just like in the mood of doing nothing. So I don't think I'm gonna shower just yet, just because I wanna lay in bed for a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to update you. Hi, it's Sunday, the last day of this challenge. And for the day, I think I had to read for an hour and 30 minutes, and I read a little bit in the morning. I now have, I think, about 39 minutes left, and I don't have to leave for work until like 40 ish minutes or something. So I think I could get it done before I go into work, because I am on the closing shift tonight and it is a Sunday. So normally Sundays are like really hard days at work, and I was supposed to be off on Tuesday, and now I'm gonna be working, and I have been working since Friday, so I'm quite tired. But that's beside the point. I also am like this close to finishing The House in the Cerulean Sea. I think I'm like 90% through the book, so I think we're gonna get that done today. But as you saw yesterday, I also completed my reading, which it was hard. Like, I had to sleep at like 11 o'clock because I was just so tired. when I got home from work because I wasn't supposed to be getting at the hour, and I just wanted to sleep, but I just had to finish my pages, which I'm glad because I thought at one point like I'm just gonna fall asleep, but I didn't, which is good. So yeah, I just wanted to update you. I think I'm just gonna put some real clips of me finishing like everything, and yeah, I'll talk to you probably tomorrow for a last update of this little series and just talk about my ratings and everything. I have about 2 minutes left in the epilogue and the timer just went off. So we have completed 7 days of reading for whatever amount I spent on TikTok and Instagram. And there were some days that we had quite a bit of hours, some that we didn't, but we made it. Hi, long time no see. I last spoke to you on Sunday and it's now Thursday, but I realized I never did a recap video for like my thoughts and what I read and everything. I don't have the stats for how many hours I read because I only did like the hours that I had to do for like replacing social media, not the hours that I actually read, which were more. But the point is that I completed all the days. I read 3 books, and the first one that I finished was The Plot We Crave Part 2 by Monty J. I gave that one a 4.5. Guys, I don't think I'm ready to read the last book in the series. Like, I love this character so much, and I love this book. Like, I love Thatcher and Lyra. I love that we got to see kind of another side to Thatcher, and not like a falling in love like the normal way, because he was a serial killer, but just the way they were. Oh, I love that. And then I read an arc which was Dolly All the Time by Annabelle Monaghan. I totally forgot her name almost. And I also gave that one a 4.5. And honestly, that is one of my favorite romances that I've read in a long time. The way that we got to see two characters who had the weight of the world and their families on their shoulders, and they felt like they couldn't be selfish. They needed to do everything for themselves. They didn't deserve the happiness, sorry, and that everyone else got, and just the angst of trying not to let themselves feel this thing that was going on between them. And just I loved it. I think I said it before, but I would totally recommend reading this book when it comes out, which I think it's May something, can't remember. And then I read The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, and I ended up giving that one a 4.25. I finished that book. I gave it a 4.25. I loved the character so much. I loved the family. It made me tear up a couple times, but I was already making. I was going into work, so I was like, I can't cry. But it was just such a heartfelt story about found family. Like, blood doesn't make family, and just like everything that makes you unique. It's something that another person will love, and just everything about this book. I loved it, and it also made me want to see rewatch Miss Peregrine and the Peculiar Children. Can't remember the name of the movie, but that movie. Oh my god, it was so good, and I think it's a duology, so I will soon enough will read the second one. But yeah, those are the ratings. I had a great reading week, like two 4.5 and one 4.25. Like, that is amazing. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps so much. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.